Alright, so just taking my Makeup Revolution concealer in C13, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids for the eyeshadow that we're going to be putting on. This is nothing new. This is a step I always do. And I'm just blending that out, and then I'm going to place some of this airspun powder per the usual on top of it just to kind of set it in place. So then I'm going into the Itsmyrayeraye palette, and I'm using that color right there. Everything will be in the description box as well, and I'm just buffing that all into the crease. So for this look, I wanted kind of a, I don't know, almost golden type of look. And so, yeah, I'm just throwing that in the crease. It's hard to explain, so just keep watching. Now I'm taking that little color right there. Don't know the name right now, but I'm using my finger to apply that all over my lid. So this is like a two shadow look. Literally, it's not that deep, okay? You can use any two colors you want as long as it's a crease color and a shadow. You can switch it up. You can use a silver, whatever you want to do. This is just what I did, and I'm just blending that out with my fluffy brush. And then I'm applying a little bit more of that pigment onto my lid. And then I'm taking these lashes, and then I'm going into my primer by Rimmel London. And this is the Stay Matte Primer. And my lashes were the Kiss Blowout lashes in Pageboy. I know that went kind of fast, but those are just the ones I used. You can use any wispies. So now here is where the magic begins to the no foundation look. I'm taking, as you can see, I'm pointing out all my little blemishes. I'm taking C13, which is like my perfect color in the Makeup Revolution concealer. And I'm placing that on my blemishes, and I'm taking this Eco Tools blending sponge, and I'm buffing that into my skin, and voila, magic, okay? So you can use any concealer that is your skin tone. The LA Girl Pro Concealer, my color is in Fawn. It would work just the same, but I just really like the doe foot applicator on this concealer, and I've heard it's a dupe, kinda, sorta, for the Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte was kind of canceled for me, and I never really I don't know, I've never really dabbled in the brand, so I just went straight to the Makeup Revolution, but you do what works for you, okay? Any concealer will do. And I'm just patting that into the blemishes, and then I'm buffing that in with this sponge. And this is a new sponge that I'm trying out, but I liked it for this because it gave me a fuller coverage. It didn't soak up a whole bunch of my product. So I'm doing that on any areas I have blemishes. And I'm so sorry for the light change. I was in front of my window, and it's just some stuff happened, girl, okay? So yeah. So now I'm taking a lighter version of the concealer in the color C12, and I'm using that to highlight now. So the other concealer acted as my foundation, and this one is my highlighting. So you can totally skip certain steps depending on how light or how full you want your coverage, but this is just what worked for me because I still wanted the appearance of a beat face, but I didn't have to put on foundation necessarily. So yeah, I'm highlighting and I'm buffing that in with this pink spongy Real Techniques sponge. Pink spongy sponge. What, girl? But yeah. So now I'm taking my black opal setting powder in 400 medium. And this is like close to my perfect shade as well. You're going to have to kind of do a little homework and find your perfect shade. But I'm using this to buff all over my face, okay? So this is going to seem like a lot of powders I'm using, but when you're an oily girl like me and it's summertime, look sis, you got to get all the powder you can because your skin is going to absorb it. So now I'm taking my Makeup Revolution banana powder, and I'm dipping into that, and now I'm just setting all the areas I highlighted. So the bridge of my nose, under my eyes, my chin, and the forehead, girl. Nothing new. But yeah, just make sure that you find a powder that is close to your perfect tone. That way you can cover up the concealer with it and catch any spots that you maybe would have missed without having to add any extra liquids. So now I'm just buffing in that powder with this damp sponge, and it really helps it melt into my skin, which I really like. So this kind of popping. Going back into the Itsmyrayeraye palette, I'm taking those two colors and I'm contouring now. So no cream contour here. It's just, yeah, that's too much. So, and I've already put my powders down. So this is just a light, well, it depends on what you define as light, but a powder contour to give some life and depth and shape back into my face. because sis, we was looking flat, okay, as the heated sidewalk in Texas, okay, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't popping. So use your closest. You can use a bronzer or you can use a contour powder, whatever you want to do. It's all up into how beat you want to be for the day. So now I'm going into that color right there in a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use that to contour my nose. I've really been liking this color to contour my nose, only because it gives me the shadow, but it doesn't look too dark, so that's a plus for me. Now I'm going back into my black opal powder, and I'm carving out the contour so we can create the cheeks that we don't have. And yeah, this is a step I always do too, but you can skip this if you don't feel the need to do so. So then I'm going back into the shade I first used in my crease, and I'm just buffing that all underneath my lash line, okay? Nothing too fancy, nothing too specific, just throwing that color under there. And then I'm gonna go in with some mascara in a second. Oh, nope, just kidding. I'm putting an inner corner highlight for a little bit more pop, and that's one of the highlighters in the Itsmyrayeraye palette. Look at how blinding it is. So now I'm blending my lashes with the false lashes using this classic 90s Your Mama Had It Maybelline mascara. It's actually the GOAT, and it's like $5. So yeah, pick that up. And then I'm going on my bottom lashes to try to define those because, yeah, it'd be a struggle, girl, but I like the way it looks, so I have to try to pull them out and get them to their full potential, you know? So now I'm buffing out all the excess powder on my face with this Real Techniques powder brush, and this is just, yeah, to get all the excess powder off. So now I'm taking the shade Sunset, and I'm using that as a blush because I thought it was really pretty with the look I was kind of going for, and it brings some warmth back into my face. And now I'm using, I think this is Apricot Glow by e.l.f. It's a baked highlighter, and I love these baked highlighters. They're not too glittery, but I'm just scrubbing a little bit of it with this tool so that it's a little bit more loose. And then I'm just putting that in all the areas I want to highlight. So this peachy kind of look I was going for. So I'm going on my jawline, not my jawline, I'm going on my cheeks, my forehead for that extra glow in the sun, my cupid's bow, and my nose. Then I'm just patting that in with this damp sponge so that it melts more into the skin and it's not just kind of sitting on top. Now, I'm going to add some freckles. I was going to do moles, but I said, what the heck, you know? This is one of them kind of looks, so we're going to add some freckles. I'm using a bobby pin. I saw Alyssa Forever Flawless do this, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. So I'm just dipping into two powders. I was using my Itsmyrayeraye palette at first, and then I went into my Mented Cosmetics palette because I like the selection of browns. In order to get nice looking freckles, you want dimensions. So darker freckles, lighter freckles, it's good if you have a medium, just so there's variation so they aren't all dark. So I'm just dotting those where I see fit across my nose and on my cheeks, and I'm patting that in as I go, and then I'll put some more on top. So it's all about the layering. I honestly should have did this before I did highlighter, but I wasn't sure I wanted to do it. So yeah, that's that. Then I'm going in with my Wet n Wild spray. This is the Photo Focus. Sorry, y'all. And this is my first time trying this, but I liked it. And I'm patting it in with this pink sponge once again so that everything molds and melts. And then I'm going to end up just kind of fanning my face to dry the rest as I push my scarf back up. So yeah. Now I'm taking this Kiss lip pencil. I'll have the color in the description box because, child, I don't remember what it is. But it's kind of peachy, kind of the look I was going for. So I put that all over my lip, and I'm going to blend it out with my finger just to kind of spread it around. And then I'm going to go on top of that with a NYX gloss. And I think, oh, nope, sorry. Well, I'm eventually going to do that, but I'm lining with a brown liner just so it has some more depth. And then I'm going to go on top with a NYX lip gloss. I think this is in the color Praline. And it just went really pretty with this color. So yeah, make sure you blend your lip liner in or you will look crazy out in these streets and we don't want that. So yeah, the gloss is on and that's it, babes. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I think it came out super duper pretty. When I first experimented with this, I did not have the freckles. I just did my moles like I normally do. But today, I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. So you can totally tweak this to however you would like to have it done. You can use mascara instead of lashes. I just thought it added some oomph to the look. You can also nix the freckles and just go ahead and leave it as is or add moles or whatever you want to do. It's a real customizable look. I feel like this will go good with a lot of lip colors, depending on if you wanted to switch up the eye, put a different kind of shimmer on the lid, no shimmer at all. It's just so versatile. It's also just popping for summer because there is no foundation, sis. Like, people have done this before, but I've never tried it, and so I wasn't sure how it was gonna look. But this is a game changer for me, okay? Because I live by foundation. But now that I've figured out that I don't necessarily have to use it, I don't know. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and join the tribe and hit the subscribe. It's free, and I promise you will enjoy your stay if you do choose to stay. And for all y'all returning that have been rolling with me, thank you, okay? Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will see you beauties in my next video. Bye, y'all.